What's up, guys? How you doing? So something I wanted to talk to you guys about and reiterate. I probably have said it a million times in my other videos, and have stated it a million times to my guys, especially guys that I have served with. And there will still be numbnuts out there that won't listen. Fucking rocks. They're rocks. I'm talking about rocks. Guys that I've served with, they know what I mean by rocks. You have to have a paperwork trail. You have to have medical evidence. You have to put in the legwork when submitting a claim. If you have no medical evidence, nothing to back your claim, you will not get it service connected. Don't just go in there thinking that just because you served, that you automatically rate for whatever illnesses that you have, and they have not even seen you. All right, guys, that is the number one reason to get denied for a service connection. All right, I mean, it gets frustrating. The main reason why I make these videos for guys to understand that you have to have the paperwork trail. You have to continue a log. It's like building a logbook. You have to have the medical evidence. Go state, word yourself correctly when you're building this medical evidence, this paperwork trail. But you have to have the medical evidence. And it gets frustrating that these guys don't listen. It is one of the main reasons why I started this whole YouTube thing. It's just so I don't have to explain myself a million times. Listen, I'm no expert, but so far you have to continue doing with what works. And so far what I've been doing and the advice I've been giving my guys works. This is like a second job. If you stop going to work, you think you're going to continue getting paid? No, you're not. So again, you have to continue putting in the legwork. Just recently, the last two guys I've spoken to, one told me he started a claim. Obviously, haven't gone to any appointment, but he said, I have to finish my claim because the year's almost up on me submitting this claim, and I hope I get a percentage back. My man, you will not get anything. You will not get service connected. There has to be some type of paperwork trail. All right, guys? And even if you did start a paperwork trail while you was on active duty or you was on active service, you might get the lowest percentage. You might get a 0% service connection, depending on what it is that you're submitting a claim for. I can't guarantee you that you're going to get anything. The most you probably get is a 0% service connection, and they'll, acknowledge that you were there, but that's about it, So it's funny. I had another one I just recently spoke to. Nothing against the guys. It's just sometimes the rockness. That's what I call it. Rocks. Guys that, bro, man, sometimes there's something needs to be there in order, for you to function. I don't know how your bodies is still functioning correctly. But, again, I think it's rocks up there. But you have to have the paperwork trail. You have to have the medical evidence in order for your service connection to go through. If not, you will get 0 to nil, or maybe 0 to 0. I don't know. That is the maximum you'll get is probably 0. Don't quote me on it. But, yeah, so that is the quickest way to get denied, just to give you a heads up. So please do me a favor. When you go and submit in a claim, make sure you got the paperwork trail backing you up. My biggest advice is do 4 months, 4 to 6 months of appointments, 4 to 6 months of appointment. PTSD, do it 4 times a month. Because, even though you may not want to, 4 times a month, at least you'll find a way to help you, find an answer on how to control the anxiety attacks, or maybe find an alternate way to controlling it. I know when I went in, I had my own ways, and sometimes that was not sufficient enough for me. And you know, the clinic, well, not the clinic, but my psychologist ended up helping me finding new ways. Doesn't mean that it stops. It's just you find new ways to control it. So again, do the 6 months legwork on a PTSD. You know, that's my advice. 4 times a month. Then after that, you know, you can continue depending on how much it helps you out. You know, I'm not saying that it's gonna go away, but at least it would help you out. So then after that, after the first 6 months, submitting your claim, but continue going. You know, if you end up you know, getting anything more, you know, if you reach the 100%, whether it's combined or just off of one claim, I'll make another video in regards to that and explaining on what you need to do afterwards. But this is for my people that think that you will get service connected just because you submitted a claim, but there's no legwork behind it. Do me a favor. Create that legwork, create that paperwork trail, start that legwork, all right? It is a second job, and most of you fucks ain't doing shit. By all means, at least this is the best you could do, you know? Go get that medical appointment. You are the reason why the statistics are down, and we obviously are getting non-service connections for symptoms that we have, but yet we want to blame the system when we ourselves don't go to appointments, you know? When we ourselves don't talk to our primary care, don't open up in regards to what we are feeling, the symptoms that we are having. All right, open up, talk it out, you know, have them refer you to specialists that would be able to help you in diagnosing what you have and being able to properly, correctly file the claim that you so rightfully deserve. Because sometimes you could file a claim and you might have been diagnosed with something else, and you're thinking whatever you're thinking, you submitting your claim and you're denied. But you could have been, you know, service connected for something else that you was correctly diagnosed with. All right? So don't diagnose yourself. Let the doctor diagnose you, and then you could submit in your claim. If you guys have any questions, contact me at CombatVetVlogger with a V at gmail.com. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube, all right? Hit also the alert button. I will continue putting up videos, but just pay attention. I'm trying to make them as short as possible. Take care. Bye-bye.